Whoa. 2 minutes late, my bad. It's been a moment. It's been a day, bro. I'm gonna fucking lie. Let me tell you what. My dad went to the ER and had to get his gallbladder removed. And originally they were like, yeah, he's gonna be able to be discharged today. And he's not. They're keeping him overnight because they're like, we want to take a look at his labs again. So we'll see how that goes. But they took it out already. Couldn't sign me into Xbox Live. What? You lie to me. Drinking my milk. Oh, yeah, I'm a milk drinker. What about it? Oh, let's see. And I am signed in. Y'all hear that fucking pig, bro? Dude, I was up. Dude, I was burning through so much fucking. Yeah, soy drinker. So right. I don't even have all my shit up yet. What am I doing? I gotta go get my hair cut and re-dyed, bro. Not only do I gotta get my like hair cut, I gotta get like my hair cut. Fuck. The thing is though, with my haircut, I won't be able to. I have to message somebody. I won't be able to like my shave size. I'm not going to be able to do before. Mm, if oof. If the server is not able to come up right now, then I will swap my game. What is that? Don't worry. Work. You only see. Open my alert box and my chat box. Oh! But it's Friday. And I think going to tomorrow, because I didn't stream one day or Tuesday. So, that's what I do. Oh, back. Alright. Alright. Let's see. My OBS. Help. I'm lost. You would think you would think I haven't done this before based on what's like my general. Good lord. Alright. So Minecraft, is it up yet? Let's see. Offline. Frick. Alright, well, a moment. I want to show you guys this game that I got, and it's a racing game. Yeah, I'm into racing games, bro. What about it? Cat's licking her chops after she just smelled the trash bag. Why is my Steam not coming up? There you go. Shit. Fine. Alright. Where is it? It's Screamer. That's right. Look at this game, bro. And I got the fucking DLC. I don't want to play this game yet because I have to play I have to finish God of War. That was it was like I was fucking struggling. Look at this shit, bro. Oh, none of these cars are real. I went and Googled it. None of the cars in these games are like real cars. I was kind of sad to hear that because I was like, oh, okay, like. Look at him, bro. The thing is that, like, I want to download it on my Steam Deck so I can, like, play it on that. Look at this shit, bro. Zoom. Some of these cars are very close to, like, real cars, but they're not real cars. They have, like, these little, like, customization packs that apparently I have. Like, these are skins to try to make it look like other, like, real cars. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't. Where's the other trailer? This is the story trailer. Because it's not just a racing car game, bro. There's an actual trailer.
It's him. It's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
We need cars.
Zoom. I like how the fucking anime. I like how the anime is all fucking cell shaded.
We need cars.
And we need cars. Oh, look at these fucking epic cars, bro. They're all actually good. They're 3D. It's a bit quiet. Okay. Now it's too loud. Joke's on me.
Behold, the echo.
Amazing.
We have touched your anger, tasted your fury. It has sharpened you. It is your greatest weapon.
Wait, so do they have characters that... Okay, they just keep swapping back and forth English and Japanese all the time. Do they have English voice actors that are sitting there and talking, and then they have Japanese voice actors, like, for the Asian characters specifically? Or is that just voice acting, like, options?
Consider this your personal invitation.
Burn alive, you piece of shit.
Look at these cars, bro. And there's online and multiplayer, so it's not like you just have the story to do and then the game is over. You have like actual online player. Did that car just drive away? I mean, that dog. Got that dog in him. So that's what I'm gonna be doing after God of War. Receive server up. Gosh. It is not. Alright. Might not be Minecraft. I wanted to work on my castle. So, we're going to go back to talking about World of Warcraft real quick. So, I cannot, like, okay, I'm going to Google it and see, what did I get a notification for? Cool. I'm going to Google it and see if somebody has already talked about it. Hang on. Going back to Shadowland. Midnight. Midnight. Turning from Shadowlands. I don't care about that. Mike's cutting in and out. Think you need to speak a little bit louder. Okay. I'll try. Okay. Here's the thing. So Sylvanas, what's this say? What the fuck? I don't want threads. I just want me. Missing some words. Maybe my fucking microphone is just dying. World of Warcraft fans think Blizzard's about to try and revisit its least popular fans. Or at least popular expansion. That's fucking wild. Okay, let's go to IGN. Wow. Blizzard. I meant to do something. Because here's the actual thingy. I meant to upload my fucking thingies for Snapchat. Alright. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Okay. Very purple expansion, big purple beam, giving all the purple finally brought back one of its simultaneously best loved and most hated purple characters. What the fuck does that mean? Best loved and most hated. That's Alatak. Sylvanas isn't purple. Sylvanas is like blue gray. What are we talking about? I know it ain't Sylvanas. Oh, sussy. Zaltap manages to release. Finish corruption of the Sunwell. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's what it is. Before that leaves Altaf hovering around quips, blah, blah, blah. Yet another season true by none other than Sylvanas, former Horde War Chief, Ranger General. Yeah, okay. She was a Nelf. Oh, no, Night Elf Genocider Extraordinary. I'm dumb. I'm a fucking dumb bitch. Sylvanas manages to fucking fuck her off with a arrow. And, she cryptically announces to her sister and nephew that Shadowlands are not all what they seem. I cannot rest until I uncover truth. Until then, I hope to see you again before the end begins. The fuck does that mean, bro? Why? I'm so glad I'm not the only one that, like, was like, bro, what the fuck you mean by this? What do you mean? Was this cinematic just released? Like, when was the cinematic for March Cambanos released? March on, yeah, 10 days ago. Bruh. Um, if this isn't having the impact on you that it is on me, let's recap. Sylvanas has a long history, has been an anti-hero, blah blah blah. Sylvanas, however, is convinced peace could never last. Sylvanas fucking burned Teldrassil. Just a lot of Sylvanas fans and haters. Fucking, hang on. So let's see. She makes another unhinged decision to drown the place in blight. So she drowns fucking Lordaeron in blight because she's a tweaker. Keeps making cryptic comments about death and her quote master, and how one day everybody will get it. She fucking. Let's see. What else does she do? Been working for the jailer. She's trying to subvert death and restore fuel to everyone in the world. So, surprised Jayla is actually evil and just wants to subjugate everybody. Yeah, that's true. She was like, man, everybody that got fucked up by Arthas and had their soul, like, taken away, I want to, like, give them their soul back and stuff. Like, let them be able to have, like, free will, like, Scourge and stuff in general. And, like, those in general that are just undeath. And, Jayla's like, me too. Yeah, totally. Bruh. Anyone was surprised to see Sylvan? And I don't think anyone was surprised to see Sylvanas. No. Kind of frustrating at this point, honestly. Shadowlands was not a popular expansion. Yeah, I really know. A lot had to do with Sylvanas' story. But, like, what did they expect? Like, realistically speaking, okay, BFA, like, Battle for Azeroth led into Shadowlands. Like, she fucking tweaks out and then, like, leaves. He leaves. Like, she kills him and then she just, like, fucking skibbity rizzes out of there, bro. And then she goes to the the Shadowlands because everybody's pissed off at her because she keeps doing stupid shit like war. She keeps doing fucking war crimes. So then she goes and just fucking goes. She's like, "Ah, yes, because I just did tell Drusilla to send all these souls down." Oopsie, did a war crime. So because she did, so not only did she do a fucking war crime, she was like, "Hey, yeah, all these are gonna go to this mysterious fucking member." And then afterwards, she goes, "You know what? I think I'm gonna do a funny, and I'm gonna break the fucking wall between the world, like the afterlife, and Azeroth, like the reality." Okay. Um. Cool, I guess. Like, I don't understand. Like, genuinely, I don't necessarily. I don't understand why she fractured it. Like, I have to Google that actually. Um, where's my WoW wiki? There it is. Called Wowpedia. Uh, hmm. Um. Let's go to Shadowland. What's it called? Ice Crown Citadel. No, it's fucking Bolvar. Bolvar will be the one that will lead me there fastest. All right, fucking Shadowland shit. Gets his ass beat and then she fucking breaks it. Yes, he used remorseless winter. That's actually funny as fuck. Despite tapping into the helm's power and attempting to use abilities such as the DK ability, dude, being able to tie the fucking like animations and stuff, like to the cinematic, they're like, hey, you know what he just did? He just did a fucking remorseless winter. That's like me looking at fucking Saurfang and being like, oh my god, he's doing an execute right now. He's rampaging. Look at that bloodthirst. Raging blow, raging blow. Like, all right. So she took the domination, became Scourge Lord, split the piercing the veil between Azeroth and Shadowlands. Okay, she fucking broke it. But why? But why? Um, hmm. See if it will tell me the Lord. It'll see if it'll talk about it in Shadowlands. History, RPG, TCG. This is not what I wanted. It's because I'm on the Helm of Domination. If you want to click on Sylvanas. Anyway, where's this bitch? Hello? There she is. Ah, mama. That's so much shit, bro. This is insane. She started from the beginning. Look at her fucking table of contents. She's she got 20. She got fucking 20 parts to her fucking entire wiki page. That's insane. What is this, biography? Um Shadows Rising. What's this one? Uh okay, so this is the intro. Okay. So Shadows Rising is when she fucking killed the Loa of Death. Or when she had Nathanos fucking kill the Loa of Death. So then she went to Ice Crown and took the helm. See, she was setting everybody free, right? So like, what is she like? I don't understand like what she means by like setting everybody free. Like, there's nothing to free in Shadowlands. Like, what is there to free? Everybody's fucking dead. You're gonna free like you're gonna free the jailer, of course. But who else is fucking everybody? Hello? They're dead people. They're all dead spirits that fucking like moved on in an afterlife and like carry out the rest of their afterlife to help the other people. What? What? What are you talking about? Okay. Let's see. Bonnet was confident that was a blow. After learning that he would return to Maris, would not told him to remain idly. Blah blah blah. It was revealed during the events of Edge of Midnight. What is this? It's a short story. Okay. The fuck? What's this? 18 minutes. It's Novel. I love you, Novel, but I don't want to listen to you right now. Edge of Night book. Edge of Night is where Sylvanas and Renner, having lost her purpose after Arthas's death, commits suicide by jumping from the Ice Crown Citadel. Experience a horrific afterlife, is brought back by the Valkyrie and chooses to treat her forsaken followers as weapon and protect herself from that torment. Okay. Horrific afterlife brought back Valkyrie and then chooses her. Okay, so she brought back by the Valkyrie. And, like, why was she brought back by the... She was brought back by the Valkyrie because they were working for the jailer? Why was she brought back by the Valkyrie? Why was Sylvanas... I can't spell Sylvanas for shit. Even though it's fucking right there. Brought back to life. Yeah, bro. Why are they bringing it's online? Thanks. So Sylvanas was brought back to escape eternal torment in the mall. So why? Okay, so she was in the fucking mall. Why did they bring her back in a pact? They Valkyrie bound their souls to her, resurrecting her in exchange for freedom from the Lich King, allowing to lead her from the Forsaken. But like, yeah, I know when she dies, one more Valkyrie, bring her back. Oh, so they give her saving her from returning to the void. Prevent her death, but it involved the need forsaken as a bulwark against the infinite and avoid the terrible fate of her soul. So they just wanted her soul to be there, but like she wants immortality by gaining more Valkyrie. So that's why she sits there and makes the deal with Helia to obtain power in the lantern. So she continuously just have like fucking 20 million times. This dude actually talks about it too. What's about and she made a pact with 9 Valkyrie that could save her in exchange for freedom. So, I remember these are the fucking Valkyrie that you see in like the Death Knight starting zone when you're fucking fighting with Arthas, and they're just fucking flying around constantly, like grabbing his scourge and just reanimating them. So they're like, "Yo, do me a big favor, boss. Please, fucking free me. I hate this shit. I'm tired of picking up dead bodies." So then and so that makes sense as to why like they made pacts with her. And then she like I don't know how many she made a pact with, because why does she only have 9 Valkyr then? She should technically have no, because she was trying to get immortality so she can have infinite. So I guess she only made a pact with 9. I don't know. She dies again, so that's fucking. So after she commits suicide, she's already died once. Um, the fuck does this mean? Okay. So basically, she has like one more, like based on, bro. You have your resurrections are stacking. You've already used 1. Now you've taken 2. Guess what? Now it's 3. Like fuck, bro. All right. So that makes sense. But like, why would you do it that way? You know what I'm saying? Because you could easily like. That's like what? Fucking 3 Valkyr. Yeah, that's a hypothetical 3 Valkyr if she were to die one more time. Like, why are you gonna do this weird shit and be like, the second one, it took 3 to res her? Like, why? Why did it take her 3? Why does she have so fucking many? Whatever. Fucking, I just don't understand when it comes to like her. I just like, why are we bringing her back? Like, I just can't express like how frustrating it is to bring her back. Like after everything that. Oh, what's this? Anyway, after everything that she's already fucking done, literal war crimes, has like fucking kind of turned against her entire people because she was supposed to like be their leader, and like they don't have a leader now. They actually have an entire storyline about that. They have like a small council now. It's like Kalia Kalia Menethil. Mommy Menethil. Oh my god. Anyway, that Kalia Menethil as the fucking like they're part of like a group. Lillian is yeah, see, she's a member of the Desolate Council. So the Desolate Council is what they have instead of um the Forsaken. And have you I don't know if like what they're like doing when it comes to councils, because they did the same thing when it came to BFA, cuz they have like a collective of war chiefs now. It's not just one war chief. Oh, grandma. Um, let's see. Yeah, see the Horde Council. What are we doing with all these councils? Not necessarily like it's not necessarily an issue. It's like howdy. Not necessarily an issue. It's just uh like that's like 6 people. I'm doing good. How are you? Are you a bot? I'm gonna straight up ask you. Hmm? Like I will straight up ask bots, bro. I need to know. Sometimes there are bots all over the place. So I don't stream on Twitch because there's constant bots everywhere. Anyway, Desolate Council. So Desolate Council, fucking, fucking. Who's in here? The governing body. Okay, so there's Lillian, Kalia, Barno, Belmont, and Villanara. So it's Forsaken and Darkfallen, and they put them back in the ruins of Laredoron because they fixed it. They got rid of the fucking gobbledygook that was in there that killed people. But like we already have, and we also have like a council on High Mountain too. Like the High Mountain tribe. My hair looks nice. Thank you. I usually have it done. I gotta get it dyed again. I gotta get it cut too, and I gotta re-dye my bleach. It's all over the place. My roots grew back in. I'm sorry if I like yelled at you for being a bot. I'm just wasn't sure. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway. Hmm. Like who's in here? Like who's in the High Mountain tribe? Thanks. Let's go to High Mountain. Wow. Go here. Who's in there? It's a name and honor, home, rulers. Okay, yeah, that's right. So there is Mela and Navarog. There's two people that rule High Mountain. That makes sense because there's only like High Mountain only has like a couple like people in there that do things. I say do things. Like there's not that many people in there. Like there's a High Mountain tribe and then like these aren't I say there's not that many people and then I see well these are also like fucking races that you kill and like wipe out because they don't want to deal with shit. I didn't like these are what ogres, two-headed giants, pretty much. Ah, digital artist, 90 worker streamers. The commission is open. One thing I actually want to be interested. Nope, I'm good. I appreciate it though. So like so they went back to a council and like I think what the alliance has a council too actually like what like okay I'm not like tweaking out. What's up, Birdie? Howdy? I'm not technically like you liked and sub fam. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm getting botted. I think. Amazing. Anyway, let's see. Grand Alliance. Do they also like Council Three Hammers? Azrael, Jaina, Terralian, Illyria. Yeah, okay, so these are like these are the leaders of fucking alliance, okay? You got the High King, and then you got like fucking 20 other people. They got these lords. Like, what are these? Like, hello? Good lord. Capital cities, Darnassus crossed out. Gilneas crossed out. Rip them, bro. Notable factions, bro. They got Jinyu. Oh, Pearlfin Jinyu. Yeah, that makes sense. There's just a lot. I just don't know why they're like constantly gravitating towards like councils or like groups that are leading. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. And like, I get why, like, okay. I kind of just contradicted myself. I know why they're doing it because we had issues like Sylvanas and we had issues like Arthas and stuff like that. But like, is that necessarily like what we want? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. I just finished Raid All Final Cinematic, read a few theories online and wanted to gather everything in one thread and suggestion for people to dive in. We kill yada yada, Sylvanas appears, Zelda appears, Venita, so she needs to go back to the mall and understand what it is. The theory I saw is that the mall is too ordered, like Sylvanas said in the pre-expansion quest, which can imply an intervention of the Titans. What? Okay. Blizzard said we will uncover a huge Titan conspiracy. Some are saying the Titans are the ones who fired Zoval to the mall and created the Arbiter, which now looks like a Titan created, which looks like a Titan creation. Arbiter. Wow. There's two arbiters. There's Pelagos, and then there's this bitch. And they're saying that this looks like a Titan creation. Oh no, that's fucking Pelagos. My bad. That this looks like a Titan creation. Is she? Let's go to. Let's see. She was an eternal one. But who made the eternal ones? Let's see. Eternal ones. Oh, they were created by the first ones. Who the fuck created the first ones? I don't remember who made the first. Oh my god. Alright, let's see the first ones. Godlike beings put in place. Pantheons they blah. Okay, but like who made them? What do you mean put in place? They conceived and put in. Oh, okay, my dumb. Godlike beings who shaped the cosmos and fabric of all realities. So what are titans then? Are titans like just chomps next to these fucking dudes? Like, oh, this is the wrong fucking wall, by the way. Duplicate this one. Titan. Okay, are a race of planet-sized beings composed of arcane magic and primordial matter from which the universe was born. And the first ones, they shaped the cosmos and fabric of all realities. So I guess they're like a step underneath the Titans then? Like, I guess they're trying to say, like, Titans made the first ones, and then the first ones made the fucking Arbiter, because the Arbiter looks like a thingy. Like, hang on, responsible judging on mortals. The Evolve held it. Somebody else just called the Arbiter. She didn't have a fucking name because they didn't care. Struck dormant by Argus. Pelagos. Let's see. Arbiter resides in Crucible's sacred chamber atop the crown. So, like, Orbos, Kyrian bearers are responsible for bringing the souls of the recently deceased mortals to the city. Blah, blah, blah. We know that. Uses of the afterlife. They'll be for. Okay. So, okay. Infinite, what does that mean? So, like, if they're stuck in the. Okay. Right here, it specifically says if it does not exist in the rightful destination, they would be lost forever within the infinite realms. Isn't that technically what the maw is? It's just a realm. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, they would be lost forever within the infinite realms. Okay, okay, okay. So they would just be like within the infinite realms also kind of feels like that it's implying a that it's implying the thing is I don't get how Pelagos even become the arbiter wasn't the first one created by the first ones. Well, let's see what Zoval was who made Zoval actually. Because if he like here Zoval was technically created by the first ones in the crypts of the Eternal. He was divided. He believed that. Oof. At some point in time, he came to believe that they divided the cosmos. Let's put on music, by the way, while I'm doing this. Do do do. Do this. Wow, lo-fi, Wi-Fi. Can't hear shit, can you? It would be nice if we could. Let's do. Yeah, this one's kind of chill. Turn it down just a little bit. I think that's good. If it's too loud, please let me know. If it's too quiet, I'm gonna have to turn it up on my desktop because I can't get any. Like, it's gonna get fucking ridiculous. I can't get it by percentage, unfortunately. Hold up. Okay, so Zoval was created by the first ones. Okay, we'll get that to the second. So they made him in the fucking sepulcher, and that's why he was like, this is why I'm doing this. Oh, he made it in the Crypts of Eternal. Was there Morris? Let's see. Constantly came face crimes. He was stripped of his power. So he still had the gavel of the first arbiter, a weapon with power to send souls to their rightful afterlives when swung. Why does he still have it though? Why wouldn't they take that? He also acts as a foil, being able to shoot out a chain and spike tip from his mouth. Okay, hang on. Like, realistically speaking, okay, in the mall, what does the jailer do? He just walks around. What is the mall? Like, is the mall hell? Like, what is it supposed to be? Like, Wasteland and the Damned is one of the realms of Shadowlands. This horrific place houses the most viable and irredeemable souls in existence. So it's basically hell. Mall inspires nightmares and legends even among denizens of Shadowlands. Does it? Because the mall looked like absolute doggy doo-doo, okay? The mall was like... yes. Inspires nightmares. Spooky. Oh my goodness. Have we seen, like, the creatures that are in the WoW? Or in the mall? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Like, what are these, bro? Like, I feel like we have fought things. Like, look at anything that we have seen of, like, N'Zoth, Cthulhu. Like, what are we doing? Like, we literally, like, fought this. We fight things like this. And we got, like, stupid shit, like, fucking, the Mall Sworn and, like this shit. Like, you're telling me this is supposed to inspire fucking nightmares? What is this shit? True. I'm gonna fucking open this in a new tab and we're gonna read it real quick. Virgin Mossworm, plain and uninspiring design, overusing spikes. Facts. Dull color scheme. Facts. Every mob looks the same. Facts, no printer. Look at this shit. These are fucking 3 different, like, these are all 3, there's 3 different dudes in here, and these are 2 different people. Not even to mention, we still got shit like this. We got shit like this. What? Like, you want me to make it bigger? Like, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This inspires nightmares to you versus fucking N'Zoth fighting shit like this in World of Warcraft? Hello? What about like Cthulhu in World of Warcraft? Like, Cthulhu's still fucking scary. We fight a piece of Cthulhu in WoW, don't we? Yeah, WoW Classic. What is this? Crimes? Dude, this is actually funny as fuck. Crimes, mass murder, mass terrorism, mass genocide, attempted omnicide. That's actually funny as fuck. Like, I hate this shit. Why does he keep doing this, bro? Go away. Go away. Go up. Okay. So we killed him, right? Yay. I'm gonna Google it now. Is Clifton dead? Considered defeated and dormant and wow. So like I just don't understand. You're trying to send us to fucking hell, right? And then you're gonna like do this shit where it's like, excuse me, like this, bro. Like, what are we talking about? It's supposed to inspire fucking, like, bruh. Inspire nightmares, my fucking foot, bro. There are just so many other things in regards to design, and then you try to sit here and then you say like this is the fucking like lore, like this is the lore for the fucking maw, and then like you sit there and you look at its jailers and you look at its general area and it's like fucking what is this? Like what is this? Felt like fighting an army of spiky tin men. Exactly. It was insane. Like this, like being in the mall is this. You have areas in which it's green, and then the closer you get to the spire, it becomes red. This is how it is, or the closer you get to the Tower of Torghast, it becomes red. Like, hello? Spooky. So spooky. But no, like seriously, bro. What are we doing? Like, you're gonna say the mall inspires nightmares and legends. Okay. Does it though? Whatever. I'm fucking harping on it too much. I'm just frustrated because you can't sit there and be like, oh, it inspires this, and this. But it looks like absolute dog shit, by the way. Teehee, don't worry about that. Like, what are you doing? Anyway. No one has ever escaped this vile place. Is that so? Is that so? Any foolish enough to venture never heard again. You know how many times? Okay. Let's hang on. Let's harp on that for a moment. No one has ever escaped this vile place. But the champion did. And after the champion did, everybody else was able to. And like Sylvan has just fucking stepped out of the mall. What are you talking about? She literally, like, what are we talking about? She literally, like, whoops. Go back. I'm tweaking. She literally stepped out of the fucking thing. What are we talking about? She walks out. She walks out. I don't give a fuck about this. Hello? She just fucking steps out of the mall. We had a cycle of weekly groups and forays into the mall. Like, bro, we consistently were in the mall. Like, We gotta talk about how we went into the mall to rescue Jaina and Thrall and tried to rescue Anduin. Like, we consistently walked in and out of the mall. Like, and then, like, it's not even just us to be like, nobody's supposed to escape the mall. But, like, didn't the jailer technically escape the mall eventually? No, he got fucked in the mall. He still stayed in the mall. But like there weren't there also like people were any was Denathrius going to the mall? Because if Denathrius was going to the mall, then that also fucking causes an issue. If he was able to walk freely between his realm and the mall, that fucking gets rid of everything. Also, like, bruh. I'm just. One moment. One moment. Are they just fucking glossing over that mall walkers, like, are, like, a thing? Like, hang on. One moment. We got, like, no, I closed the wrong fucking tab. Anyway, leader is a bald dude, fax no printer. Beaten by a bunch of furries, talking owls, skeletons, and vampires, fax no printer. Spend 90% of the time confined in the mall despite it being, quote, endless, fax no printer. No memorable members besides Devos and the Nine, I guess. True. Not menacing at all. So right. They're just fucking annoying. Chad Burning Legion, colorful and wild designs. True. Like, unironically, they stick out. And the same, like you're sitting there like, yes, that is it. Like, I wonder what that could be. Like, you look at the Mossworn and you're like, which expansion are you from? Like, you could be from like 2, 3 different expansions, genuinely, based on like your general setup. Iconic foul green elements, yup. Consists of a variety of species, fax no printer. It's not just the fucking. It's not like just the demons or anything. Like, they have multiple different things in the Burning Legion. They have like acolytes and stuff like that that are like elves, like built up as the recurring villain since the days of Warcraft 3, fax no printer. Fights other Chads such as Void Lords and the Demon Hunters. True. Just look at the Fellstalker. For real. Leader is the strongest Titan with planet busting powers. True. Because it do be fucking Argus. Actually feared by all species in the universe. Yeah, because y'all are tweaking. Tons of memorable characters such as Ultramon, KJ, Minorath, Gildan, Illidan. True. Destroyed countless worlds to serve a greater purpose. What greater purpose we talking about? So, the normally inescapable maw by activating the waystones. Okay, other mortals and Shadowland denizens can temporarily tune themselves to a Mawwalker's soul to gain access to the Waystone. So, do they no longer have access to get back out because we're not there anymore? In addition, Magi can attune their teleportation to a Mawwalker in order to teleport out of the Maw. Couldn't you technically do that with like anybody that's in the Maw? Couldn't you technically attune their magic with a soul that's in a Maw? If you can do that with a Mawwalker? Yes, LMAO. Bro. Through the use of an ancient spell, the curator was able to fucking use the Mawwalker. Who the fuck was the curator again? Oh yeah, this bitch. Uh Curator is able to use a Mawwalker as a conduit to travel back along the same path they used to get into the Maw. Nobody's ever escaped the Maw except all the time these people got in and out. Yeah, for real. Like, she said a path into the Maw. So what the fuck does that mean? Because like path into the mall feels like she's able to walk in and out of it. Like that's what that implication feels like. Located in Harvester of Avarice. First Venthier, build and beings by Denathrius, charge of expunging sins. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. There's a major and Archibomb. She is capable. Okay. What is this? She is capable of escaping the mall in the presence of a mall walker without a first one's waystone. What? Everybody else has to use a waystone. She literally fucking. It says that she walks. She has a path. She is. It literally. Oof. It literally says that she has a path. Where the fuck is it? I'm tweaking. Tweaking. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I lost it. There it goes. Able to use as a conduit to travel along the same path they used to get into the mall. Yeah, let me just randomly get in and out of the mall. Sylvanas became the first mall walker when she escaped the mall through her pact with the Valkyr. Huh? Because this specifically says it is by activating the first waystones between the mall and the rest of the Shadowlands. How did she become the first one when she escaped through her pact with the Valkyr? How? It says that okay. Valkyr type of ascended very cool. Original Valkyr or Warriors of Light. Created to serve Odin by building the spirits of the glorious dead and his power. Valkyr of the Scourge acted as the Lich King's agents. They're described by fearsome creatures with pure nightmare. After that, they're just like dark angels, bro. Let's see. How do we get Scourge Valkyr then? Now do you see why so many people didn't like Shadowlands interjected more problems and dissolutions to the world? Yeah, like I see that, and I think the way I see the long con that they could put not long con, but I see the plan that they could possibly do, like that they're maybe trying to do with like Shadowlands. Like they're trying, like Shadowlands was trying to be a setup for like a Titan Soul is what it feels like. And like I get that, but like if you're gonna do it like that, like you did it in the worst possible way. Because like not only that, are the Scourge is the Scourge, do they still have a leader? Like do they have a leader or are they just fucked now? Like genuinely. Go back to this real quick. Let's see. Shadowlands. After defeat in the destruction foreshadowed by King Terranos, now masterless Scourge marauded across Azeroth. Mounted a counterattack on his crown. Archers, while the knights forcing the Shadowlands invaded Lakeshire. Though the jailers was slain, the Scourge remained as a threat. The mightiest of the Scourge vied for supremacy. Of Vorath, excuse me. Is he bad? He's killable. Is he an enemy? I'm assuming so. Commander Scourge forces from within. Yeah, Vorath's attack on Keldanos has unsettled Lorithmar, who suspected things were even worse in Northrend. Following the war against the jailer, the brothers Bronzebeard visited Northrend after years in reported activities of the Scourge. What do you mean years? Oh, they visited the Northrend after years and notably reported the activities. This needs to needs to have a comma. In Icecrown, the Icecrown Glacier is held by the undead. It's still held by the undead. The Fleshworks remained under Scourge control. Undead's making more monsters of their own, though without driving purpose and at a much lower rate. So the Scourge are still... They're like... What are we doing with the Scourge? So the Scourge just like fucked off. Like, cause they haven't even... So Shadowlands happened, right? The Scourge hasn't even been mentioned. Would the Scourge even mentioned in fucking Dragonflight or War Within? I don't think so. Is it the mall? Where's the Scourge? Yeah, they don't even have anything past Shadowlands. So, like, what are we doing? That means, like, there's, like, a whole fucking, like... What? Shadowlands between... We did this math yesterday. Between Shadowlands and current time, it is, 7 years. So for 7 fucking years, they're just, like, letting them do their thing while they slowly rebuild again. Also, we're gonna sit here and talk about the fact that the Scourge is still somehow managing to make more of themselves. How are they even able to make more of themselves? Like, what's the fucking biology of that shit? Creation. Usually when the undead kills something, it becomes undead. That's fair. They did have the Plague of Undeath, which encroached on the Southlands. Mental control and sickness. Cult of the Damned. Okay. So they... Okay. Hang on. Cult of the Damned, an organization that worked for Lich King, formed years before Third War, and creator of the Scourge, being loyal to Burning Legion. Lich King, near zero, reached out telepathically. Specifically Kel'Thuzad. Cultists aspire to become undead. They remain alive because undeath is considered an honor one must earn. Because living beings are useful to the Death King. Used to be useful to the Lich King, which is fucking basically the same. For their ability to spy on living or horde. And then once they died, they just fucking went there. Following Bolvar as the new Lich King, his proclamation of the Jailer of the Damned, the Cult of the Damned have been seen leading various remaining Scourge posts. Azeroth, War Dragon's ability to contain Scourge, was limited to Northrend. So heroes of Azeroth have the ability to defeat the rest of the Scourge, still beyond that continent. After the destruction of the Helm of Domination and the fall of Bolvar as the Lich King, the Cult of the Damned re-emerged through Azeroth, answering the call of the Jailer's herald, who preached that soon the Banished One will claim the soul of Azeroth that will serve him. The fuck is the Banished One? Cult is notorious for grandiose plans and rarely succeed. I'm processing real quick. I need to pull up a WoW map. I need like an entire like Azra. Okay. And I need to see Northrend specifically. Fourthrend. Fourthrend. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Many northern villages. Solaridon's northern villages. The fuck is Laredon? Spelled that wrong. What am I looking for? I'm looking at I'm looking for the general area in which how far that like this just feels insane. Like I want to see how far the plague was spread originally because it said that it it spread, and I want to see how far it spread because if Bolvar can only keep control of them up until like the undead starting area. Yeah, I know, but like if Bolvar can only control them up to fucking Northrend, they're spreading. Aren't they spreading the fucking shit still? There's done. Wow. Shadowlands. Foreshadowed. Okay, yeah. Jailer was slain. Scourge remained a third of the money. Where did it say specifically that Bolvar could only go up to X amount? I saw it. That Bolvar could only do, like... Let's see. I'm tweaking. Yeah, the fact that it says former Lich King. I need to know specifically like how far it went because it said it and I needed to like I don't know what happened, like where it lost it. This is my last sacrifice. Dies. Hillsbrad Foothills. Dude, where did I lose it? There we go. Okay. Following the rise of Bolvar, New Lich King, Fordragon's ability to contain the Scourge was limited to Northrend. Okay, so this was the entirety of the area that he is able to contain them. Where is Laredaron? Like, I'm trying to find it out where it is on the map. Eastern Kingdoms. How the fuck did they get over here, by the way? Like, that's such a small area to only be able to control. Like this, like, what the fuck? Birding necropolises, undead mages. That's fair, that's fair, that's fair. Like, look at this entire area. That's insane. That's insane. We're opening this shit real quick. Look at this fucking shit, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You have fucking, like, this small fucking area. You got this big fucking clump. With a fucking vortex in the middle of it, by the way. That will fucking kill you. The big fucking area that you primarily targeted. And I don't think you can really touch this area because the fucking aspects are there. And teleportation magics. Are there any Scourge in Coltiras? Are there any Scourge in the Broken Isles? Any Scourge in Zandalar? Like, this is insane. Like, to only be able to control this much, this is not even like a third. What is this? This is probably like a fifth. Motherfucker, you're only stuck to Northrend, and you can't even, and you don't even have it anymore. That's another thing. He doesn't even have it anymore. So, like, when he became Lich King, he only had it for, like, fucking a fifth of the map. No fucking wonder they got as big as they are. That's probably gonna be the next fucking big bad. We're fighting fucking death because this shit keeps going on. Now we don't have a fucking Lich King, so nothing is able to keep the Scourge, like, in check. Dragon Isles were hidden by clouds or something. Yeah, the Dragon Isles were fucking covered. But also, we can always get to the Dragon Isles now. Excuse me, because the aspects uncovered it. So now the Dragon Isles can be compromised. There's a lot of mages that will be going to the Dragon Isles because Caligos is there. And the blue dragon flight is coming back, which is known to be, like, magic. Like, that's the whole thing. Sindragosa. This is such an insane, like, not the aspects, that one Roboman. Yeah. The fucking statue. Kalimdor was forgotten, if I remember right. That, okay, so we'll pretend Kalimdor is not there. Alright? Fuck off, Kalimdor. Kalimdor's not there. That's still a lot. That's a lot of space to not be able to control. Like, there is so many. Like, this is a brand new area we just found. Pandaria, Zandalar, Broken Isles, Coltiras. And with how close these are to these, I wouldn't be surprised. Khazad goes underwater. This is the new area. It's underneath. Yeah, it's underground. These are just the mountains in the area, in like the surrounding area. If it was underwater, you probably wouldn't even be on the fucking map. Not gonna lie. That's just some underwater area, but without the water. Interesting. Like, you see how close these are? That's insane. I don't know why they wouldn't fucking go here, but they'd be like, yep, you know where we go? Right here. All the way this way. But, like, Kalimdor is kind of, like, Kalimdor is so much closer than fucking Dragonite. Like, this is, like, just so much closer. It's not even equal, because it's, like, this part, like, depending on where they're going, like, this part of the peninsula and stuff is, like, they can reach each other, right? Like, look at this shit. It's like it's reaching out. And this one is also reaching out. It's like they're trying to fucking hold hands, bro. Like, look at this. They fucking want each other. Like, it's insane. It was BFA. That's Nazjatar. Nazjatar is underwater. Nazjatar. I totally fucking bushed that, like, fucking... Pandaria is on Turtle's back, so it was Forgotten 2, to be fair. That's fair. Like, Pandaria, it's... So, here's Coltiras, and here's Zandalar. So... That one is... Let's look at that map again. Coltiras is... here, and Zandalar's here, so it's like right here. This is where Nazjatar is. Dude, the Wandering Isle do be on the back of the turtle. The Pandaria do just be an area. Because we could fly around to the Wandering Turtle, and the Wandering Turtle walks around Pandaria. That just feels like... I don't know. That's just a small area to be able to control, and like... And honestly, you can kind of see where things got like out of control when it came to like the expansions and everything. For you to be like, yeah, you know what? This is what happened in Northrend and stuff like that. Like, especially with like the original map. Like, you know, like this is classic. Kalimdor was here. Like, this is as small as the map is. With Northrend being here. Oops. So it definitely made sense that they fucking went here. But like, the size of these new continents are fucking huge compared to like, fucking to this map. Where'd my other picture go? It took it away. It took it away. Fucking open it in MS Paint. I don't give a fuck. Move this over here so you can't see my porn. I mean, there's just pictures on there of stuff I don't anybody see. Like my tax documents, bro. Okay. Fucking squeeze this shit. What is this? What is this? Look at how big that is compared to this. That is fucking huge. That is about the size of this. Approximately. Like, maybe a little bit more around. Like this. Like, that's the size of Coltiris over here. That's the size. And then I won't even fucking change colors, bro. We're getting fucking gobbledygooked. Gobbledygooked. We're getting fucking, we're changing it up, bro. I'm tweaking. How do I change my color on this shit? There it is. Literally says color P. Broken Isles. It's like amazing. Okay. It's supposed to be right next to the maelstrom and have enough space to be able to like not touch Coltiris. Okay? So it's supposed to technically be right here. But it's this fucking big. And not have this much space between Coltiris. Broken Isles also had an entire group of isolated Tauren. That makes sense. Zandalar. Change the color, bro. This one's gonna be fucking green. Okay? It's under Broken Isles. It is not that far away from the center of the maelstrom. Well, the outside of the maelstrom. According to this one, Zandalar would be about right here. It's not too big, but it is supposed to be like right on the outside of the maelstrom, apparently. Look at that shit. And then we got Pandaria. What a Pandaria. Do this fucking teal. Pandaria is huge. Because all of this land surrounding Pandaria is like part of Pandaria. So it's supposed to be, it's not that far away. It's like right here where this little thing is. Pandaria is supposed to be like, woo. Hey, howdy, hey, like Pandaria. What is this? Okay, now we got the next fucking thing. You know what that is? It's Kaz Algar. Kaz Algar. There you go. We'll do that in white. White. Little fucking skinny thing. That is probably about... Let's see. Here you have about this much space. So in this one, it would be going from this area, like off the map, partially. Be like here or some shit, because it's a funky shape. Now let's go to the fucking Dragon Isles, okay? I already did purple. What color I got left? Fucking pink. I don't give a fuck. Pink. It's not pink. Dragon Isles. Supposed to go this way. In this little dip area. And has enough space from Northrend. Little dip area. Right? Got a good amount of space, so it'd be about right up here, I want to say. Draw this space. Okay. This is my fucking interpretation of... This is the closest interpretation I have from trying to put the regular World of Warcraft map into Classic. Can I make this bigger? Fucking... Okay. Here's the other one. What are we talking about with this map right now? What are we talking about? This map is actually insane. You have no space for anything. And the way that they're like, yeah, we went from Northrend to the Eastern Kingdoms, right? I get it. Here's not that much, like, there's not that much space. But, like, your lore is now so outdated when it comes to things that, like, that's a lot of space. How, like, are we trying to pretend, like, we don't know how big this area is? Or the fact that, like you like this one I get. You couldn't see it because it was covered by fucking magical clouds by dragons, right? I totally get it. Whatever. But this one, Broken Isles is right there. I feel like that's far enough. You can sit down and look out over the bay and be like, yeah, I see some buildings upon the horizon. Yeah, there's another place over there. Fuck them. Like, what are we doing? Coltiris, especially one of those places, is a high mountain. For real. One of the places is high mountain. Like, you're gonna see a fucking high mountain. What are you talking about? Like, between Coltiris and Northrend isn't even that far either. Like, it feels like I feel like you would see this in passing. Look how close it is in general. Like, you're fucking going through two like continents, and you wouldn't see them. Look at how close the Eastern Kingdoms is to Coltiris right here, bro. You can literally stand on this thing and fucking spit, and then like it's in the Eastern Kingdoms. Like, what is this? You're gonna be up here and fucking kill things, but like this area still exists. And it's so easy for you, once you get to Coltiris, it's so easy for you to spread from Coltiris. Because you get to Coltiris, right? You fucking kill in there. Get to Coltiris. And then fucking take a boat over there. If you still need shit. If you need shit to fucking recoup, guess what? You're here in fucking Northrend. Amazing. Excuse me. Go from Northrend to Zandalar. Boom. Get hit. Like, this shit's starting to look like a fucking Plague Inc. map. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Kalimdor would probably be the last one to fucking, like, be hit. This is insane. And they're like, yeah, you know what the lore is? They went over to the Eastern Kingdoms. That is, like, what do we, like, how can you, like, realistically speaking, how could you sit there and, like, justify this kind of thing? Like, how could you be, like, what are you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could say, like, oh, they got mages, they can teleport, they got necropolises to teleport, but you're telling me, like, they're teleporting necropolises across entire fucking oceans that are, like, this is like a month's fucking, in like, sailing terms and shit, this is at least a month going from Northrend to Eastern Kingdoms. Going from Northrend to Broken Isles is probably like a couple weeks. Maybe a week or two. 2 weeks max. Same thing from Broken Isles to Zandalar. Coltiris take like 3 weeks. Zandalar and Pandaria would take like 2 weeks. Like, these aren't long trips in between these. But you're gonna, like, that makes sense. But you're gonna tell me that it teleported across an entire fucking ocean? That you can't even see the continent? Like, there's no way that there's no way for you to really, like, you can't, like, the thing is, it feels like they can't back out of this hole now. Because, they, like, realistically speaking, what can you say? You can't really say anything else. You put yourself in a hole to where, like, they put them all the way in the Eastern Kingdoms. And, like, yeah, I get maybe they didn't expect longevity, especially after Wrath of the Lich King. But I also feel like if you're actively planning for the longevity of your game, you wouldn't be doing stupid shit like this in regards to, like your lore and, like, how you're gonna say things. Like, this feel like even I get it. You can like are they trying to be like, oh, you know, as we explored more, then the map got bigger. But I feel like you would know how big between Northrend and the Eastern Kingdoms is nautically to get to and from. I feel like you have to know that. And then like again, you not being able to see the like going in a straight manner, not even being able to see Kultiras. Like there's so many different ways they could put these things and still have Northrend be isolated, but the way that they decided to do this design for their fucking map is insane. I don't understand why they decided to put Bergen Isles and Zandalar as close to the Maelstrom as they did when they have other space like over here, they have other space like over here. Like that would make more sense to put Bergen Isles there, Zandalar there, and there's maybe not like, or maybe down here a little bit closer to Kazargar. Like, and where's even okay? So where's the new Kel'Thalas? Actually, where's the new Silvermoon? Is that like Silvermoon? That night. What are we on? Like Isle of like Kel'Thanas, right? Right, Kel'Thalas. Forbidden Sea, the Great Sea. So let's Google where the Forbidden and the Great Sea is. Okay, technically speaking, Forbidden Sea is around here and right here. Oh, this is the old map, my bad. Next to Eastern Kingdoms. Right here. Forbidden Sea. Put this in blue so everybody knows it's water. And to here. Forbidden Sea because, you know, Earth is not flat. Apparently neither is Azeroth amazing. Okay. And the Great Sea in WoW. Is this what they're trying to say? Is the shadowing caused it to be like this? Here's the Great Sea. Beneath fucking I can't think of the thing. Bergen Isles. The Great Sea is like right here. Okay. Kildanos is in between the Great Sea and the Forbidden Sea. Where? That could be anywhere. That's so fucking vague. What? What? I need like the whole fucking map, bro. Of like the entire area. Is this it? I'm reading real quick. I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I can't get a good, like, idea as to what. Because it's not like this anymore. And this is all covered. And then Zolaman is down here. And then the Void and Heronir you can't get to. Well, like, from here, technically speaking. So Keldanas is in this random... Hang on, 1 second. Alright, anyway. So... Like... This is just in the middle of fucking nowhere, then. If it's between the Great Sea and the Forbidding Sea. So what, it's just here? Is that what we're saying? It's just, like, randomly fucking here? Are we really saying Keldanas is just sitting in the middle of fucking Zandalar in the Eastern Kingdoms? You would see that from Kul Tiras. What are we doing? Also, there's like so much space over here that they could do something with. They don't touch any of this. There's a whole fucking corner that like has just not been touched. What are we doing with this? But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shove everything in the fucking like right hand corner of the like. What is this? But there's a bridge there from Silvermoon. Kultura. So here's like okay. So here's is there's like this is the Isle. Like, let me give you a new fucking color because you can't see that shit. This is the Isle, or this is the Isle of Keldanas. This is where the rest of Zolaman and what's it called? Eversong Woods and shit like that. So it's just in the middle of fucking nowhere, with another island attached to it with a long fucking bridge. You would see that. That's a noticeable size of a continent. Which is connected by a long fucking road. Is it not at the northern tip of the Eastern Kingdoms? Where's the map I had? No, because it's in between the Forbidding Sea and the Great Sea. Get this shit out of here and get this shit out of here. I hate my life. Fuck my big Chuckus life. So here's the Forbidding Sea and here's the Great Sea. Here's the turtle. So, like, in this general area. The island of the northern part of the Eastern Kingdoms? Are you talking here? Because you would see that from Goneus. And I don't think they would have... Like, are they close to... Like, would they be close to Goneus? That's west, bro. That's... north. Bro. I'm fucking pulling up so many paint things today. What are you talking about? North, south, east, west. The northern part, are you talking about this? Or are you talking about up here? Oh yeah, this is Zolaman. Okay, so this is where Silvermoon is. And the next, like, the Nexus is so far away. Even with this, like the Nexus, I'm assuming the Nexus is part of the thing. So what's it called? In the Borean tundra. That's all the way across Northrend. And you're telling me they had enough power to go across that way? That's insane. That is insane. But they didn't go to, like, Orgrimmar. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, do you know how easy it would have been for them to go to Orgrimmar or Mount Hijal and, like, do something? Like, they're so much closer. Like, the Nexus itself is so much closer to Orgrimmar that you would, like, you could do some fucking damage with undead orcs. On God. You can do some fucking damage with undead orcs and undead Tauren and, like undead trolls. Like, they can do fucking damage. But instead, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna turn fucking humans into them? What? Humans and elves? Like, I'm a little human. I'm gonna guess you. Undead ogres, yeah, I get that. Like, that's also fair, but I feel like orcs, like, I feel like the Horde would have way more of an advantage being, like, consumed by the Scourge than you would like, this area. Because they don't even have this area down here. They just have this small area. But you know how many things are in Orgrimmar and Mount Hijal? If you do the same area, it would consume more people than they would in this area. Yeah, they got two-headed giants. Mostly in the Twilight Highlands, though. They're down here. I don't think the curse of this fucking thing went all the way down. I could be totally wrong. Where is it? I built up their own base on the Arctic continent Northrend. It spreads throughout Northrend. There's pagans in northern Lateron and southern Kelthlos. Even Kalimdor to a small degree. So I was in Kalimdor, but where? Northern Eastern Kings was a major place other than Northrend. Yeah. And southern Kelthlos. So, just pretty much this area. Like, right up to, like, they literally got up to Zolomon and said, fuck it, I'm not dealing with those, and then left. They saw the Zolomon trolls and were like, I'm not dealing with that shit. Fuck that. Understandably so. Them being in Kalimdor makes sense, but where are they in Kalimdor? And why haven't we, like, actively dealt with them in Kalimdor? I feel like with them being in Kalimdor, like, they're not nearly as much of an issue with them being in this area, right? But, like, I feel like we don't hear anything about Scourge in Kalimdor at all. Like, I don't feel like we deal with I don't feel like we deal. Oh, Utramon mass teleported the Scourge over to Kalimdor. And See. The elves are more united than the humans, I believe, plus the continent was forgotten about. That's fair. True, this is also fair. Archimon could have mass teleported in Necropolis, but like... Okay, this makes sense. Tichondrius and Manaroth visited Kalimdor well before the host did. It's how Manaroth corrupted the war song into Fell Orcs. How Illidan got to take a crack at Tichondrius and Fellwood. Legion clearly had no difficulty moving around the world once they got there. So Tichondrius and Manaroth were already there. And that's how they were able to get over to Kalimdor, because they were probably able to establish some kind of anchor. I feel like that's still a far stretch between, like, if you try to fucking fly Necropolis over there. That shit's insane. Like, I don't know, like their map has become so convoluted in regards to like how everything is. Kalimdor is more about the Legion than the Undead. That's true. This map is like insane. In regards to like how big it is, like how big it is compared to the original map. Like, realistically speaking, I hate to be like this. I feel like they should have planned their map out a little bit more. Like, if you're able, we'll change it all the time. So I'm not sure about anything anymore. That's fair. Like, I feel like if you're actively going to be like doing this kind of thing, you need to change the lore and have the lore keep up with it. Like not change the lore, excuse me, change the map and have the map keep up with it. Because like, you can zoom out. We saw that with the original map. You're able to zoom out with it, but like you're not gonna do anything about the areas, like how big Kultiros is, plus some bad humans from these. That's fair. Like, I feel like you could definitely make the islands around them really small. Like, not really small, but you can make them smaller, because this just does not feel realistic in regards to how, like, the lore is. Because it's either that, or they're seriously shrinking Northrend. And if that's the case, like I feel like that's not the case, because Northrend was an issue. To make them that small is kind of, like, I don't think Northrend could be that small either. That's insane. That map is so, like, it's so small. Let's see. Of course, she became the fucking first mall walker. Sylvanas did. You're able to connect to the fucking world soul, but like... Okay, there are canonically multiple such heroes, but prophecies from Korthia also foretell of a single true Mawwalker connected to a unique world soul who will be able to save Korthia from disaster. City attendants have a duty to aid this Mawwalker by empowering their anima. The prophecies also state that the Mawwalker will have a need of a dormant waystone in Keeper's Respite, and that the stone will prove crucial to the fate of the Shadowlands. So are we considered the single true Mawwalker? Because saying connected to a unique world soul feels very, like... it feels very, like... What would you consider a unique world soul? Like, right now, everybody's fighting over Azeroth's soul is because she's a brand new Titan. Like, she's a babby. She's not even born yet. The Nettles are also pretty beat up because of the Legion. Dude, the Legion fucked up everybody. She would become the most powerful Titan ever to be seen. Strong enough to even throw the Void Lords by herself. For this reason, he saw Azeroth as a threat and tried to kill her before she could be corrupted by the Old Gods. Her elementals are extremely violent and chaotic. Consume the spirit of the land, can't balance it. Let's see. Any claims by the Old Gods? Huh. So, basically, Sargeras was like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna let little sis fucking wake up again. Or wake up and be, like, controlled. What little has been gleaned as Azeroth's personality, typically communicated through her speaker, has the demeanor of a frightened... She appears to have the demeanor of a frightened child. She suffers horrific nightmares based around the Old Gods, which makes sense, and other threats. Please Magni to stay with and speak to her after she was wounded by Sargeras' sword. Magni has compared Azeroth's voice to a song. Let's see. Waltzel gives herself to nourish her inhabitants while she sleeps and is watched over by the sun and the White Lady. The fuck? Oh, the moon. What? Oh, the one of the moons. Why are you gonna call the moon the White Lady? That's wild. The White Lady. I think it's saying something that's unique within the cosmology. There's a reason why it's the focus of this. Her existence is hinted at in game. In which an unknown voice spoke through Rathian to state we must rebuild the final Titan. Final Titan was confirmed to be Azeroth, as Illidan and Magni refer to her by that name in Antorius. Azeroth. Let's see. Interesting. So Bane Bloodhoof associates Azeroth with the Earth Mother. I wonder if that's how the HEIR are also doing that as well. During the War of the Ancients, Menerath believed it was world itself that would prevent Sargeras from entering. Famous quote, "The end of days upon you all who inhabit this miserable little seedling." Given that being a teen, Sunwell energy, and that the Sunwell was created from the waters of the Well of Eternity, lifeblood of Nascent World, given Nascent World Soul of Azeroth, she could be seen as an incarnation or avatar of the World Soul. Avina Teague? Oh, okay. Hang on. Given that Avina Teague was formed from the remains of the Sunwell's energies and that the Sunwell was created by the waters of the Well of Eternity, the lifeblood of the Nascent World Soul of Azeroth, she could be seen as an incarnation or avatar of the World Soul. However, she developed sentience and a personality of her own, so one could argue that she's evolved beyond that. Unbeknown to anyone, she was not in fact a human at all, but rather the remaining energies of the Sunwell, transfigured in the form of a human avatar by a dragon. This is in the comic, so they're not really going to be talking about it, really. Let's see. Venus' presence secret. Some count the loss. Who was an outland. They didn't know what would happen to her. She was confused. Vina realized Jane was too powerful. Choosing to give her life over there, she unleashed her full powers against Deceiver. Powers somewhat embodied inside her returned to their original state, purified by the heart of Maru. Avina had also secretly Kelek with a portion of the Sunwill's power. So that in a literal sense, a piece of her would live in its heart, corresponds to no touch of the blue dragon's magical essence. So Kelek was fucking around with that? Is that what I'm understanding? Hospital, this is a major home. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. And dear ghost, after confronting Dark Hand, Avina was finally torn. Creates a new world. Drag destroyed, slightly after captured. Successful harvest energies. Lorthamar. Trying to see where it says something specifically about. Oh, there it goes. Vina and Calic destroyed strong fields for one another during the aforementioned events. Okay. So they hid her from Kel'Thuzad. From Kel'Thuzad. So Jaden was too powerful, so she fucking unleashed her powers and then died. See. Calic Ghost once acknowledged that Avina was similar, at least in physical appearance, to Jaina. Yo, my bitch looks like Jaina. In an alternate timeline, Avina's death, combined with the loss of the Blue Dragonflight in Jaina, caused Calic Ghost to succumb to madness. Calic Ghost was forces among by Kairos Dormu to the trial of Garrosh. Let's see. He's just a random bronze dragon, dude. Oh, he's dead. That makes sense. Take a trial, but the main time was helped to the alternate counterpart return his own reality by making him realize that the catastrophic events that occurred in his world were not his fault, as the woman he loved had made their own choices. Avina's model in game actually has unique clothing and facial features, so players cannot get close enough to her model to see them. Let's see. Okay, so basically they fucking Avina was the spirit of the sun or whatever that turned into a human, technically speaking, human. And people were like, yo, technically speaking, we've seen Azeroth's soul once, and it's confirmed that it's a woman because guess what? Avina's a thing. Which I could see that. Renathal seems to be aware of Azeroth and the only one. But also that's so old. And, like, Avina, like, they don't really talk about Avina too much. Like, they haven't obviously they haven't spoken about her since Calicos, like, since she died. But, like, haven't heard Calicos talk about her at all. And I feel like if she was that big of a deal to him, he would talk about her. He would say something or be like, man, you know, I miss her or something like that. Like, but he doesn't. Seems Renathal aware to be aware of Azeroth. Non-eternal inhabitants of Shadowlands. As far as saying she has been quite busy of late, implying activity at the eternal conflict between six powers for her self-defense against outsiders. Given that Azeroth power, given that Azeroth seemingly has the power to give her chosen champions exemption for some of the rules of Shadowlands, including the Maw, and that Vol'jin's current state is said to be linked to the same power as the Maw Walkers, and maybe that Azeroth was the hand of valor that touched him. Azeroth touched him? Oh no. Okay, so I'm thinking. Yeah, so obviously, like, we're probably so obviously because A, because we're the player character. B, because like that's how it's set up and shit like that. Uh, we're the ones that are connected to the unique world soul because everybody's been fucking fighting after like fighting over Azeroth, and that she she like I mean we've had the heart of Azeroth. The fact that like we actively commune with Magni who talks to her all the time. Ain't no way that we're not the one that isn't that. Uh, so it kind of infers it based on this. I kind of feels weird that they have multiple mall walkers. Like, because if they're okay, this is like I'm rereading. I remember what I came back to late. So Sylvanas became the first Windwalker. Okay, Windwalker, Mall Walker. She's not connected to Azeroth like we are. They don't talk to Ed. They don't talk about anything like that when it refers to Sylvanas. So what are we talking about? What do they mean? Like she's the first Mall Walker. What do you mean? There's multiple Mall Walkers. You telling me Azeroth is being like an unfaithful hoe and just talking to 20 million people? If that was the case, like if that was the case, if Azeroth had multiple people that had a unique connection to her, there would be more than just like us, the player character. And I'm not talking like, oh, look at the people in the MMO. I'm talking like us as the player character. Would see other people from Azeroth walking to and from the mall. You would see Magni walking to and from the mall all the time. He has such a strong connection to the unique world soul that you would see him walking back and forth like it wasn't shit. Like there's multiple heroes, but like or are they saying that Azeroth's world soul is the only reason why they're able to connect to the Waystone? Like, how do you like this is like what I don't get. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna try to bring Sylvanas back, and you're gonna say like the fact that we went down this entire fucking rabbit hole for a whole like hour trying to figure out everything in regards to the mall. The fact that like they're sitting here and they're like, you can't get out of the mall. You can. She just like over. You can't get out of the mall. They're like, you can't get out of the mall. You can, because it's been proven by the player character. It's been proven by Sylvanas. And it's, like... What? And they're also saying Magi can attune their teleportation to this spell to the mall. There's 3 ways. 4 people that have actually gone through and done it. Because a mage has to go through the mall to be able to, like, set up an anchor. The curator just fucking walks. She's like, fuck your Waystone. I'm gonna walk home. She literally just like goes away. She has a conduit to travel back along the same path. Okay, my bad. She has a different conduit that apparently she can use. But like, how are you gonna say things like, oh, nobody can escape the mall, and then you got like some bitch that literally just stepped out. By the way, the same bitch that we condemned to save all of the fucking people from the mall. Wasn't that a quest or whatever? What? For the curator? Probably. It just like... It's just really... it's frustrating because like it's a lot. Like we did something for her to be able to like go into the mall. Well, Taronda cursed her. Like not cursed her, but she sentenced her to go into the mall. Because she was able to move back and forth beforehand because she was going, like, she was leaving the mall. She would go to the mall to talk to the jailer all the time, and then she would leave the mall and, like, go fuck off and do shit in Ardenweald. Or she would, like, run around and go back to the world of the living. The mall's too ordered. Intervention of the Titans. Blizzard said we can uncover a huge Titan conspiracy. Some are saying the Titans are the ones who fired Zaval to the mall and created the Arbiter, who looks like an Titan creation that's to be debated. To organize, because there's also Titan creations like Illigan. He's a straight up fucking constellation dragon. To organize the afterlife, because death is the only energy not corruptible by the void. That's why Xal'atath is afraid of Sylvanas, or in the Windrunners comic, the Void asks Illyria to kill Sylvanas. Interesting. So they're afraid. So the Void's afraid of death, basically, because I guess that's what they're saying is, like, the Void is afraid of death, and because the death is true nothing. There's nothing after that. Like, the Void, you can be reborn and harness the power of it, but, like, death, you're gone. You can't do shit. Let's see. To stream anima and use its energy, maybe that's how they all run their machinery. They have one of their other forces under control. Or maybe their plan was to capture Azeroth in the afterlife if she dies. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean capture Azeroth in the afterlife if she dies? That feels weird. That feels like it feels really... If Azeroth dies now, or dies in the next expansion, like, you're gonna build up 20-something years just to kill her off? And do some stupid shit like go try to bring her back in the afterlife? That sounds like some side quest shit. Like, going back and trying to bring somebody back in the afterlife kind of sounds like some side quest shit. You referred to the first ones in the boss patch of Shadowlands, who maybe are just the Titans or the bosses of the Titans. Sylvanas also said something like, I hope to see before the real end begins. I don't know if that refers to end of midnight, what the Titans will do in the last... What is it called? What's the last fucking... The last explanation. The Last Titan. TLT is The Last Titan. Are they rebooting the whole game after this saga? Take me there. None of the Shadowlands made sense as a true afterlife. People who were extremely frustrated at the time, myself included, seemed to be perpetuating this horrific system where souls are just shoved into an afterlife and need to produce a resource. Why does death need a machinery to function? I think the Titans are the first ones in a fashion or another. Frankly, the Eternal ones in the Shadowlands are nowhere near the power level of a Titan. Okay. I think the Titans discovered an underlying energy source, a fundamental power created by mortal life that transcends the 6 powers. Spirit. Okay. That... I can see what they're saying. They found it on Draenor. They saw how powerful it made life there, so they set up a system of machinery to harvest all self-perpetuating cycle where souls consistently give their essence to ensure more essence to be given. But to what end? They certainly didn't use that power to defeat Sargeras. I think Amon Athol never wanted to beat him. We've seen a Titan soul. We've seen a Titan soul can go into the Shadowlands. I think they conspired to let themselves be murdered by Sargeras and using Soval as a link. The souls would be transferred safely to the Shadowlands, or Soval would infuse them with spirit. So it didn't work. Sargeras captured them. Soval is known to be has worked with Sargeras to make the Scourge. What? Soval is known to have worked with Sargeras to create the Scourge. Is that true? what? Sorry, I'm just trying to, like... It doesn't say anything about Zoval creating Scourge. Hmm. I'm reading this. Sergeant Atheris. Okay, we're going to read this because it's talking about something. So, as we all know, Shadowlands was disastrous for the lore, particularly for fans of the Scourge. While Arthur's Nerville and the Crown of Domination are up there, Celtic Thought's betrayal is, in my opinion, the worst of indignities. In Sanctum of Dominion, Celtic Zadriel's for too long I had to disguise my true motives, pretend to serve false masters, when all the while it was I who helped architect Azeroth's end. This seems to imply that KT was working for the jailer. However, as Danuser had interviewed regarding the weird adjustments to character motivation with KT, as well as Sylvanas and Anduin, keep in mind this was after the raid had been out for some time, so he's probably aware of the criticism people had in Sanctum of Dominion's line. In the interview, he claims that Sergeant Atheris, who reached out to KT, that it was Sergeant Atheris who reached out to KT to invite him to a conspiracy after KT suffered his ultimate defeat at the hands of the players, but wasn't specified when. The line ends in World of Warcraft. Oh, the line ends with World of Warcraft. So it could have been vanilla or could... Oh, Jesus Christ. The line ends with in World of Warcraft, so it could have been vanilla or it could have been Wrath. My assumption is post-Wrath since KT didn't show up again until Shadowlands, even though his phylactery had never been destroyed. Return the Scourge by Turncourt father Inigo Montoya. He was never ultimately defeated. According to Danuser, KT was only part of the jailer's plan after he was invited by Sergeant Atheris to join his post-Wrath Naxxramas defeat. But this was only communicated out of an interview about why character motivation seemed weird in Shadowlands. He wasn't being controlled by the jailer. A lot of people don't like the jailer. But like, how's Ner'zhul tied to Zoval? Like, I get why KT became the first Scourge, but like that doesn't really make sense when it comes to like claiming that Zoval is one of the first ones to fucking create the Scourge. Like, I haven't seen anything that has said about making Scourge. It's when you fight KT during the Torghast raid. Yeah, but like it says that he is known to have worked with Sargeras to create it. Zoval specifically, working with Sargeras. I don't see that anywhere. Let's see. For his crimes, he was punished by the Primus, who's Odin's shadow. But man, there was a backup sword. Oh, what do you call it? Zoval claims credit for influencing it? Maybe. Interesting. And there's also, like, to also think about it as well, the brokers are back. Like, the brokers have been kind of like doing their own thing ever since we rediscovered them in Shadowlands, and then they kind of just fucked off again after that. That feels weird. That feels weird to just kind of claim that Zoval did it, but like you have nothing in regards to like how he created the scourge. Like I feel like it kind of injected jailer into a bunch of places that the jailer doesn't need to be, but like to try to like fit Shadowlands in there and like maybe try to find a way, like a reason, like here, this is why Shadowlands is needed now instead of like later on, so we can fucking worry about it. It just feels really weird to be like, yeah, he sat there and fucking he just was there splendor. Like I'm just thinking, for you to like sit there and be like, oh yeah, like Zoval did this, Zoval made the Zoval made the scourge, Zoval made this. Like, how did he make the scourge if like I see nothing that refers to him at all? Like there's nothing that talks about a mysterious being. Excuse me. There's nothing that talks about I'm trying to think. Like, it doesn't talk about a mysterious being or anything. Like, it doesn't talk about, like, what it can, like, no mention of anything other than, like, Arthas and, like, the actual ones that we've heard about for years. So, for Zoval, to be credited, I don't know. You are the herald to my coming. But, like, what? Like, I don't, like, that almost feels like the jailer was pretending to be near, like, was even higher than Nerzul. If he's sitting here and he's, like, tweaking out to Bolvar about being a herald and defied me. Does that mean that he's just sitting there constantly talking to Bolvar in his brain? Let's see. Primus had hoped that Eon's imprisonment might cause him to repent. Became more pissed. So it took him countless eons. Jailer eventually strength. Found a way to weaponize power of domination. Did not act alone. He had a group of like-minded allies. He had his fellow Eternal and Denathrius. He gave his sigil to the jailer. Denathrius created the Nathrazim. And then they served the demonic Burning Legion. As a part, okay. It's implied that he made the Helm of Domination and Frostmourne. As part of a gambit by the jailer, convinced the Legion's ruler Sargeras let him corrupt the world Titan soul planet Argus with death magic to turn him into a resurrection enemy. Huh? Oh. He said, hey, yeah, do me a favor. Take Argus and fucking stab it and turn it into a dead planet. And, give me her soul. like kill him, and it kill Argus, and it'll fucking kill the Arbiter. Another ally of the jailer was Moizawa. Made a pact with Odin, claiming one of his eyes in exchange for giving him the ability to gaze into the Shadowlands. And Odin making the Valkyr. Imitation of the Shadowlands Kyrian, so they're trying to say the Kyrian came from the Valkyr. Moizawa gave Odin's eye to the jailer, who twisted it into the eye of the jailer. Okay. An instrument allowing him to see all that transpires within the mall and other realms. At some point, Moizawa brought the first Valkyr Helia to the jailer's side. 4 giants were damned to the mall. Jailer saw his fucking laundry list of crimes, put them in armor, and said, yeah, go fuck him up. They wanted to usurp him. He discovered their plot, and when they attacked, the jailer fuck him up one by one. Instead of destroying their souls, he claimed a hand from each and condemned their broken souls to the river. He took a hand, bro. What hand? What are you doing with those hands, bro? That's a little sus. What are you doing with the hands? Then asked Varathman to make records of the giants' crimes and how they'd been punished. Reminded the others it's a folly. Imprisonment became legend passed down only in whispers among the denizens of Shadowlands. Became a boogeyman figure. Mere mention of his name was said to hold dark powers. Back for most of Shadowlands history, there's little evidence to show that he existed. Attendants of Oribos were unaware that the jailer had once been Arbiter. At some point in time, the Primus noticed the jailer's influence. He'll leave behind a warning message in his thing. Wait, if that implies, like, the jailer made the Helm of Domination, I thought, what's his face made it? I hate this. I don't care. I don't care, AI. I'm not asking you, AI. Okay, so Helm of Domination and Frostmourne were crafted by Rune Carver, which is interesting. The Rune Carver made that. That makes sense because he makes the second one. Jailer wanted to use it for Azeroth. Let's see. Nathrazim became Burning Legion. Just kidding. Found the spirit of Lich King Ner'zhul to them. The helm and Ner'zhul's spirit are both sealed within the Frozen Throne, which the Lich King would control the scourge telepathically. Frostmourne was originally also sealed inside the Frozen Throne. Oh yeah, because the weapons were just put into it. The weapons were just put into ice. Illidan attempted to kill the Frozen Throne. In order to kill Jaden, he used the helm's power to command Arthas, making a DK and taking Frostmourne. After Arthas defeated Illidan, Ner'zhul also had Arthas shatter the Frozen Throne. Puts on the helms, merges souls. Hot. Arthas was killed. Helm was passed on to Bolvar. Sylvanas broke it. Shards are used to make the Crown of Wills. Interesting. Helm can be seen. Yeah, there it goes. It was originally stated that it was crafted by Dreadlands before Shadowlands retconned this with the origin of the Rune Carver instead. The original premise being told by kill Jaden. Was told to kill Jaden during the... Yeah. That's what I was remembering. I was like, bro, the Helm of Domination is not like this. This is a mess. LOL. Yeah, for real. Dude, I've been on just yapping about WoW, like, for the past 2 days in regards to the lore. Okay? in regards to the most recent fucking raid cinematic. This is insane. So they retconned Kill Jaden. Excuse me. So this was retconned. I'm just trying to be like this far, like actually I'm playing 4D chess with you. Guess what? Get fucked, idiots. You guys didn't think about this stuff, 4D chess? You didn't think about this 20 years in advance? Oh, joke's on you. Like to sit there and kind of like act like that is kind of really insane in my opinion. Like I know they're not necessarily acting like that, but like you could plan out for some things. You don't necessarily have to retcon things. And I know that like Shadowlands wasn't exactly the best, like fucking wasn't exactly the best expansion, but to sit there and try to like inject your fucking like inject people like Zilval specifically to inject Zoval into World of Warcraft, like into World of Warcraft mode like that, is actually insane. Because like they made up a big bad for a what is considered shitty expansion, and they're like, no guys, we 40 chest this shit. This has been on the back burner for like 20 years, guys. It's okay. I got it. I knew what I was doing. I got it. Like, what is this? Like, I was so used to Kill Jaden being the one that like fucked around with the Helm of Domination, and that's how he got it, right? And like that, the way that Arthas became fucking Lich King was that he like told Ner'zhul to fuck off and like erased his soul and then got control of it. But like to be like, I made this, is really weird when it comes to the jailer. Plan to use the Lich King to create an army of undead in order to weaken Azeroth for the Legion invasion, whereas the jailer intended for the Lich King to basically bring him to Azeroth. Nathrezim made the Legion believe that Lich King was solely their instrument and not an instrument of death. So that's what they're probably gonna shoot for as the big bad after Xal'atath is death. Because, like, if she's tweaking out that she can't really do anything against Sylvanas, like people are pointing out, and that, like, the Scourge is becoming as big of an issue as it is, and that, like, they're talking about, like, bringing back, like, this fucking god of death. Like, not god of death, but, like, this dude that's, like, I'm gonna kill everything. That's my entire thing. Like, that feels, like... I feel like the lore is just a mess. Yeah, the lore is a mess. It's all over the place. And, like, it's kind of sad because, like, it's changed between... Okay, hang on. During the Third War, Arthas Menethil took up Frostmourne, became Lich King's champion. So who the fuck is the Lich King, then? Hold up. Who the fuck is the Lich King, then? Phil Jaden created Ner'zhul. So what, is it just a title? I feel like they're gonna nerf the World Soul of Azeroth so they can keep making content. Bro, they're gonna figure out some way to, like, they're gonna do something where they're gonna, like, they're gonna fucking kill off the soul, and then they're gonna be like, World of Warcraft 2, guess what? You're fucking rebuilding Azeroth, there's no factions. Congratulations, you had to wait 20 fucking years for this shit. You had to wait 25 years for this shit. Smile. World of Warcraft 2. No factions. You get to be whatever you want. Ner'zhul was an orc warlock. True. Nathazine. WoW 2 before GTA 6. Yeah, for real. In a way, this tricked them into helping spread the jailer's influence on the mortal plane. The Nathazine built a stronghold for the LK and Icecrown Citadel. Says whose true secret purpose was to one day channel Azeroth's life force into the Shadowlands via the Forge of Souls. Okay. Zobal at some point decided that Ner'zhul was weak-willed and unworthy of his purpose that Zobal had planned for him. What the fuck does that mean? Arthas took up Frostmourne and became Lich King as Mornblade. Frostmourne could shatter its victims' souls. Many fragments sent to the jailer, who stored them away in the ossuary of the banished. Okay. So basically, whomever he killed with Frostmourne, their half of the soul, fucking Zoval was like, I'm collecting this. This is mine now. No, it does not get to go with the other souls. Guess what? This one is special because it's only half. Like, okay. Ner'zhul and the Scourge rebelled against the Legion. Balnazar commented that Lich King was straying. Said Lich King was straying from the path of his master, and that Arthas was too prideful to be the instrument that is necessary. It's not clear if referring to the master of the jailer or Kill Jaden. It was fucking Kill Jaden. What are you talking about? We knew it was Kill Jaden. We knew it was Kill Jaden until fucking, like, Shadowlands came, and Sylvanas is like, yeah, guess what? I'm gonna fucking explode this shit. Arthas ultimately usurped Ner'zhul. Ner'zhul's soul ended up in the mall. But that wasn't... I thought Ner'zhul just fucking... In lore, original lore, Ner'zhul still lived in the helm. And he was like, yo, big dog. Big dog Arthas. Big fan of your work. Can you do me a big favor? Do more. And do this instead. And Arthas was like, you know what, bitch? I'm getting really fucking tired of listening to your shit. Guess what? No. And then fucking erased his soul. He literally, like, shattered his soul. He was the one that led the orcs to the other worlds. Yes, he was. In WoD. You see him in WoD. You see him in Warlords of Draenor. Just like how you see Gul'dan in Draenor. Let's see. His soul ending up in the mall is really weird. Jailer informed him of how he failed his role as Herald, confined with eternal torture within his stronghold. Tried to use the new Lich King, but Arthas also proved to be a failure. He was too weak to master Frostmourne's potential. Defied the jailer instead to pursue his desire for power and conquest. What does he mean he was too weak to master? Oh, he's too weak to master his potential. But he did a lot with it. What more do you want? You don't remember TBH for too long? That's fair. What more does he want, though? Like, realistically speaking, it was too weak to master Frostmourne. Motherfucker, like, raise entire armies of the undead. What more do you want him to do? After Arthas' defeat, Davos and Uther threw his shit into the mall, where the jailer's like, Arthas was succeeded by Bolvar. Bolvar could sense a malevolent presence at the edge of his mind, although he did not realize it was the jailer trying to twist him into a pawn, trying to resist the banished one's influence. He didn't know many of his actions furthered the Icecrown Citadel's true purpose. Sylvanas. This just feels like Like, they're trying to be like, I 40 chest thought this shit. That's weird. Like, for him to be like... Like, I'm trying to struggle what I want to say. Like, for Sir Zoval to be the one that made... Like, not made the domination, but to be the one that was behind everything is kind of funky. Like, I don't know, like, what to, like, do with that. Like, he was, like, the Helm of Domination. It was made by him. Relatives? You telling me you don't... Where's the relatives of the Helm of Domination, bro? I thought the motherfucking rune carver and the motherfucking jailer made this shit. Why is it not up here, buddy? Excuse me? Where's the other fucking two things that they talk about that made it? Like... What are these Azurite prophecies? I have to read this because I was trying to skim it just to take a look at everything to see if I can find things, but it's just not like after Arthas' death, Sylvanas Windrunner committed suicide. 9. A group of Valkyries serving the jailer showed her visions of the Forsaken's future until she asked for oblivion. Oh, of her future. Her soul found itself in the maw when she was tortured by the Mawsworn. So the jailer intervened and revealed himself. He told her about his past. You're the same, Sylvanas. We fought something greater ourselves and were made to suffer. Each of us twisted into an effigy of our own. What is this from, though? The book? Yeah, it's from the book. So that makes sense that they talk about it. Like, they talk about Zoval and his and like what he's done more in the Sylvanas book. Because the Sylvanas book, they put that out right before Shadowlands came out. Let's see. He told her about his past, eternal and his cruel beings who ripped out his heart and imprisoned him in the maw simply for altruistically wanting to replace the first ones in fair design. A rowdy in which nobody had true free will. But the better one claimed that the false arbiter who sent Sylvanas to the maw, despite her heroism. Bro, what are you talking about despite her heroism? Yeah, she had some small heroism, but like, she also fucking set Teldrassil on fire. What are you talking about? Like, girlie, you don't belong here. What are you doing? You did so much good stuff. It's like the Satan fucking looking at like fucking Charlie Kirk. I'm memeing. You get what I'm saying though. It's like a bad guy, looking at another bad guy and being like, what you did was not. You did so good. You did nothing wrong. I don't know why they're mad. So that's kind of insane. He wants to break the system of life and death, right? So like it. Oh, also he was like, yeah. By the way, I made Frostmourne and the Lich King and the Helm of Domination, and she's like, are you fucking kidding me? He was like, are you fucking? She's like, are you kidding me? And she was like, bro, you're the reason why I fucking died in the first place. He goes, nah, Arthas kind of went rogue. That's my bad, original gangster. And Zoval was like, here, you can have look, take a look at this. Sylvanas went to the Shadowlands and was like, yo, this shit kind of fucked. And then was like, but I don't really know you and I don't trust it. And he was like, nah, bro, you're gonna join me someday. Watch. You'll come to me willingly. And he was like, you're dead, bitch. Stop acting like you're alive, bro. Let your cold, dead heart take over. And he was like, yo, So it said he asked her to send a Valkyrie to him when she decided to join him and watch her 5 future events as signs that his word were true. Fiery darkness would return. She would have to, quote, step out of the ashes and lead. A blade would pierce the heart of the world. She would hold the blood from its wound. And finally, she would topple a king and shatter the sky itself. So basically, she was like, he was the one that told Maiswala to tell Vol'jin to tell her to step out of the shadows and lead. Fiery darkness would return. She set Teldrassil on fire. The blade that would pierce the heart of the world was Sargeras, and the blood from its wound was the Azerite. Topple a king and shatter the sky itself was literally Bolvar, the Lich King. So the Valkyrie was like, yo. And Hilda took her space. Interesting. So she's the one that took her place, so Hilda could do what she needs to do. Burning Legion invaded the 3rd time. Morizawa told Vol'jin to make Sylvanas new war chief. Finally convinced Sylvanas she had to send. Okay, so when Morizawa told Vol'jin that, like, yo, you gotta make Sylvanas the war chief, she was like, all right, fuck it. Those were the words. Now it's time. So she sent the Valkyrie, and he was like, finally, you have come to make the right choice. He wanted her to go to Helheim with Helia and take the soul cage, so he can first another Valkyrie to send Helia so she could corrupt them. Again, fucking sliced the shit out of her and got pissed off. We killed the soul of Argus, and Sargeras impaled Azeroth, which causes the Azerite to come out because the blade pierced and she held the blood. As Zoval and the Nathrezim planned, Argus had traveled to Oribos and rendered the Arbiter dormant. All souls enter the souls begin funneling into the maw, depriving of the realms of Anima and threatening to make him strong enough to break free. So, okay. Zoval sent the Nathrezim Mal'Ganis to Azeroth to inform Sylvanas of the new situation, to instruct her to start unleashing death and destruction. She complied and used her position as war chief to plunge Azeroth into the 4th war, causing casualties and feeding the maw. So she's like put like literal, I want to say at least 1 million souls into the maw. With his bindings broken, he wanted to claim what was his. Let's see. Lead the jailer being tormented to change. I would lead death and those who shaped its victory as the only powers. The Nathrezim and Nathrezim simply believe that those who have been loyal to Zoval will be rewarded after reality was born anew. Devos believes that the Eternal One's imprisonment of Zoval was a great injustice and that he sought to free us from a prison we have built for ourselves. So Devos agreed, you know. Instruct Sylvanas to defeat Bolvar and destroy the Helm of Dom in order to tear open a rift in the Veil, separating Shadowlands from the world of the living. Also entrusted her with finding a selfless, heroic soul, one who could slip into the realm of Bastion and claim the sigil. And, of course, that was Anduin. She had them kidnap Anduin, Jaina, Thrall, and Bane, just in case. She's like, I need 2 from each faction to make sure that we're able to get what we need. You know what I'm saying? He tried to kidnap Tyrande, but Tyrande's like, bruh. Let's see. Jailer wanted to turn into a weapon. We got to the mall. Let's see. We were able to meet with Jaina, Thrall, and Anduin, but Bane got fucking thrown off the platform. And then we skibbity rizzed out of the mall with a waist on. Let's see. We mall walkers, we see the Primus, talk to them about the warning. Sylvanas figured that Sylvanas was like, yo, they're getting ready to fuck shit up. He was like, oh fuck, we gotta do something else, bro. We gotta do something else. So Sire Nathrius is like, hey buddy, I got you. I got you. Take all of this enema. And Ranthal was like, oh, fuck, bro. We're so fucked. Bolvar was like, hey, let's use these broken pieces and take a look into the fucking Torghast and be like, what you got in there? So we went in and got our friends and couldn't find Anduin because we couldn't find him, bro. And Anduin was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Anduin wasn't so fucking deep into the thing. Like, Torghast was fucking huge on the inside. Oh, we fought him in the Sepulchre. Torghast was still fucking huge. Like, they had you walk up the chains of that raid. It was insane. Let's see. Private conversation with Sylvanas. Jailer had said they began preparation of their new weapon. Sylvanas wanted Anduin, saying bringing him around into believing the cause would yield superior results. Sylvanas failed to convince Anduin. And Jailer was like, we're gonna do it my way, buddy. He fucking decided to use domination and controlled him immediately. And turned into a weapon. He had used Anduin's sword and turned it into a Mornblade, named it Kingsmorn, and put Arthas's soul into his Kingsmorn. So Arthas was taking over the sword, which makes sense because I always thought that that Arthas took over what's his face, Anduin, and not the sword, and I don't know why. Let's see. Denathrius was captured. And Sylvanas asked the jailer how we could grab him. He was like, man, every soul has its purpose. Fuck him. And then he said it's time to make a new weapon. And that we'd come too far to falter. While Sylvanas took the completed Kingsmorn to Anduin and tried one last time to convince him to join willingly. The jailer struck at Bolvar and Helm of Domination. But Jaina and I were like, nah. Pulled a fragment of Korthia into the mall, which is kind of insane that he was able to pull the fragment of Korthia because he's like, yeah, you know this place that has been missing for a long fucking time? Guess what? I'm gonna pull it out of fucking thin air. It's here now. Ta-da! Like, what? And it's just like a little small area too, like. Are they gonna talk about where this is in the next expansion? Because they haven't talked about anything in regards to the cartel and what the cartel does and what the brokers and traders are, right? Because they're not like any of the void beings. They're not like fucking Koreshi and stuff like that, right? They're not like that. So like, what are they? Let's see. Anduin, stop to Arkan. Death was never meant to be chained. Yeah, so it seems like what they're trying to do is the next big bad is like if once Xalatath gets fucked, they're gonna just move on to just straight up death. They're gonna be like the jailer or some shit is gonna like somehow come back or something. Shadowland was just a bad X-Pack for everything Lore's horrid. Yeah, for real. Like, how are they gonna... Like, the jailer is dead. Who else is there? There's nobody else. Like, there, like, if he's the one that was like trying to like, I just don't know, like, what would come after the guy that is like actively like, oh, there's only one thing and that's the power of death. Like, are you telling me that death itself, like as a personification, is gonna come in and do something? I don't think that's possible. Are you trying to tell me that another fucking old god's gonna come out and the old god of death? Like, and that doesn't even, like, there's, it can't even, I don't even feel like you're able to pull in an old god because there's nothing there. The mall is just fucking empty. It's just full of souls. Not the mall, but Shadowlands is just full of souls. It's just where people go to die. What are you talking about? So he gave her soul back. And her soul had to relive the crimes. Let's see. True. Okay, so he went back to Zareth Morris in the first one because the first ones didn't want him to go back, and they were looking for a way into the sepulcher. Let's see. They laid siege on Haven, but he was like, "Nah, don't worry about it. Nothing wrong with it." Use the domination to take control of Automata, the realm's caretakers, and destroy obelisks, taking the Forge of Afterlives. Mal'Ganis infiltrated covenants. And when a Mallwalker confronted Mal'Ganis, he had been installing for time. Anduin dominated the sausage. Used the Automata to protecting the Forge. Let's see. Uther helped Sylvanas come back. No way of fucking resisting his domination. We have to free Anduin. Let's see. Anduin mustered the will to resist and split Kingsmorn in half. Freeing himself from the jailer as releasing the fading remnant of Arthas' soul. He was already on the cusp of victory, having released the final chamber, the Heart of Eternity. So is the Heart of Eternity just a fucking well directly to Azeroth, then? No, because if it was just a fucking well directly to Azeroth, he would have done something with it. Instead of just fighting us right there. He would have fucked it up. So that doesn't feel right. Let's see. Ultimately, his foes watched both his armor and body dissolved. Repeated that he had told the other Eternal ones during his original betrayal eons earlier. A cosmos divided will not survive what is to come. Only leaving a vessel behind. Let's see. Slam in the sepulcher and fear that Zaval's effort might have left behind a tiny crack in the pattern, keeping the six forces in balance. The fact that it only grow into the balance is in danger of being shattered by another force, that probably being death again. Hope the first one anticipated this eventually and left countermeasures in place, but he remained fearful of the possibility that they had never intended for their design to endure. Bolvar, however, noted that even the most insidious thing about the jailer was that even in defeat, the doubt he sowed in his enemies over the years still lived on. I mean, yeah, because he straight up said to everybody, like, yo, shit's gonna... Ooh. Yeah. He said, yo, shit's gonna happen. What do you mean? I'm trying to read to see if these have anything. Greatest deception of the markers ever perpetuated as. So he heavily believes that he doesn't have a choice, but like any choice in that we have a choice in any facet of our existence. Like that just feels very like everything's on fate. Like everything runs on fate. That's it. It's fate. It's so amazing. It's fate. Ugh. That's what this feels like. Like, what do you mean it's fate, bro? You see how much shit that they do in WoW? They literally alter the time. They literally alter time. They have dragons that fucking go back. What are you talking about? Let's see. Heartlander. If it is yes, watch for a child of the blood. Oh, Mal'Ganis. The fiery darkness return must surround the darkness and lead. A blade will pierce the light. Will pierce the heart of the world. You shall hold the blood that would be. Interesting. Oh yeah, people thought the jailer was somebody we already fucking knew. But it was a new character. Says he was an important part of the Warcraft cosmology. Well, yeah, you're gonna say that when it... Describe the jailer as Titan level ++. And described him as a Lord of Death. Or Titan ++ level antagonist. Titan level doesn't feel right. Calling him Titan level is insane. So 5 voyage pillars can be seen floating around the Crucible and Ouroboros. 4 are used by the Covenant leaders. But the 5th, which is located directly opposite of the Arbiter's noticeably damaged appearance, remains unoccupied. People thought it belonged to Zoval. Yeah, his appearance went through 20 million iterations. I like this one though. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot. This looks more like damning and spooky. This kind of looks a little bit like the Primus, so I can see why they didn't really like go there. Is that a card from World of Warcraft? Yeah, it's Hearthstone. It's called Order in the Court. Did they change his gear? It looks like it. Just a little... Oh, no. These turn into a flare. I forgot. What is this? Okay. First officially shown. Reveal. Let's assign magic. Pyromancer. Drastically different. Noticing the hair and the armor. Yeah, bro. Lacking the hair and the more elaborate armor was kind of frustrating. Like, Merc said it earlier. Just Tin Men. That's all it is. KTs pretend to serve false masters while working to try to architect Azeroth's end. Saying that he's worked for the jailer all along. It says, Telenor notes that it is plausible that the jailer was able to peer into the mortal plane and came to see KT as a means to spread its influence on Azeroth while he was still a living necromancer. Proven false when it was revealed that Denathrius recruited KT to Zoval's side after he defeat during the War Lich King. That makes sense. Interesting. I mean, yeah, there's fucking Christian in the picture of Satan. I don't care. With Paul and Corthia at the mall. Nurgle? Warhammer Nurgle? Oh. Well, kind of. Kind of. My bad. Anyway. Okay. Well, been 3 hours. We have to about WoW lore again. I was supposed to play Minecraft. My bad. I have to go make a phone call. And yeah. I got shit I gotta do. But we are all done for stream today. Woo! More to happen. I think tomorrow I'm probably gonna end up playing God of War and take a moment on Yap stream and just get some stuff going. Whoa, Minecraft. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? I'm probably gonna get on Minecraft after stream. I just gotta make a call and stuff. But yeah. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna go back to God of War. We're gonna stream some God of War. And then after that, after we beat God of War, I'm stuck between Screamers and what's it called? Silent Hill F. I don't know when I might split my games up into days because I'm interested in both of those, but like I don't want to like I'm gonna have a hard time picking between the two, so I might just make a schedule I have both days. But that is it for today, gamers. And I'm all set. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys later, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.